In this video, we'll discuss certain important and expected questions on Mohammedan law. So, the first question describe clearly sources from which Islamic law is derived, state the general rule followed by courts in interpretation of Hanafi law. And question number two, Sunni Muslims of India belong either to Hanafi or Shafi school of Muslim law, but there are other schools of Muslim law. Two, discuss the schools of Sunni Muslim law in detail. And the third question, Quran is the first source of Muslim law, but it is not a complete legal code. While discussing Quran as a source of Muslim law, also discuss the other primary sources of Sunni and Shia law. Then question number four, which a Muslim discuss the various classical sources of Islamic law. And question number five, as is well known, the law of Islam is available in different versions which agrees in fundamentals but differ with one another in respect of certain details known as schools of law. Discuss the various schools of Sunni law now prevail in various parts of the world. So, regarding these questions already, although we have discussed in detail in our uploaded videos in the previous classes, but just now we'll touch certain aspects such as regarding classical sources of Mohammedan law, as Quran is one of the classical source. It has 6,000 verses. Out of that, 200 verses deals with rules and principles of law, while 80 verses only deals with family law. So also another classical source of Islamic law is Sunnah and Hadith, and these are rules of law from ijtihad or independent reasoning, and taqlid, the imitation, and so also ijma, which is the very consensus opinion of the learned, and among the Sunnis, the Hanafis, they gave importance on istihsan, which is equity, and the Maliks among the Sunnis, they also laid emphasis on istilah, which is public welfare, and the Hanabals also, a Sunni school, they gave emphasis on usul, which is root, or the jurist who are considered as the mustahids, and among the Shias, it is the ijma that was emanated from the household of Prophet Muhammad, and so also Imam Shafi developed Muslahat, public welfare, and istadlal, the principle of logical deduction. So also the qiyas are also another classical source of Islamic law or Mohammedan law, and qiyas, as it means reasoning, analogy, or measurement. So, among the very different schools of Islamic law, we found that the very beginning of Islamic law, there was the Kufa school which developed during the rule of Umayyad dynasty in Arabia. Then the Abbasids, during their period, the Hanafi school developed among the Sunnis, and they were developed by the jurists of Hijaz or the jurists of Iraq, such as Abu Yusuf, Imam Muhammad, so also by the Maliks or the Medina school and the Safi school, which developed istihsan or equity, Ijma, yes, is this all public welfare? Is that all logical deduction? And also among the Shias, the Jahiri school, and which developed the very concept of usul and also the very Holy Quran and those traditions of Prophet Muhammad were followed by different schools. So among these Shias, it was Musa Kazim who developed the Itna Hazari school and which is otherwise known as the Dwellers, and also the Ismail or the Fatimid school which developed and which was known as the Seveners. So also the Jadis, they developed another school among the Shias, and they consider traditions emanated from the house of old of the Prophet Muhammad is the real source of Mohammedan law. So they rejected Istihasan, which is equity. So also they rejected Ijma, the very consensus opinion of the learned. So also they rejected Qiyas, which are analogical deductions. So these are the different classical sources, and how these classical sources also led to the development of different schools among the Sunnis, like the Hanafi school, the Maliki school, the Shafi schools, and the Hanabal school. So also among the Shias, the Itna Hazari school, the Ismail or the Fatimid school, and the Jad school. So these are the fundamental classical sources and how they led on the development and growth of the Sunni school and Shia school, and how among the Sunnis we found four different schools or sects, and so also among these Shias we found three different sects such as Itna Ashari school, the Ismail or Fatimid school, and the Jad school.